Hello and welcome everybody to Cards and Coffee with Toni. This is today's daily twin flame tarot forecast for Tuesday, June 23rd, 2020. Sorry, my days are kind of blurring together. However, anytime you are watching this is exactly when you were intended to, because time is limitless. So hello, even though it's a little late in the day, I got me a cup of coffee. Let's get to cracking, y'all. Let's get our sage lit. Do y'all find that when you've lit your sage some, it gets harder and harder to light? I know Palo Santo was really bad about that. After the first light, it's hard. All right. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. And I am going to clear, bless, protect, activate, and fully align my own chakras and my energetic auric grids. Boy, that smoke gets me. Sorry if I clear my throat a lot at the very beginning. Between the sage and the incense, it catches me. All right, let's set the tone for this reading. Listen to that. All right, and we're going to set our intentions by calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We call forth our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. We ask you to please be present with us to help us understand and interpret these messages as we receive them. All right, everybody. So welcome. I hope your week is going well so far. Sorry I'm a little late today, but better late than never. So this is today's daily twin flame reading. So we will pull first for the divine feminine, then for the divine masculine, and then for the collective twin flames. As always, divine means holy. So when I say divine feminine and divine masculine, that does not refer to the sex of female or female, okay? So let's get to reading. Welcome back to all my subscribers, and hello if you're new here. If you like what you see, I'd love if you want to join me, subscribe or hit that little bell. You can get notifications when I post new content. All right. Up first, the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. If you like any of these decks, I will link them below in the description. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, what messages do we have for our divine feminines today? All right, religion. Oh, religious factors. I've never seen this one before. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Interesting. So some of you maybe are having your love life affected either positively or negatively. It could be you're sharing, romantic interest with somebody who has a similar what am I trying to say? Religious. I keep trying to say romance when I mean to say religious background. Ooh, honeymoon. Some of you are either in your honeymoon phase with someone or you're about to be. A real honeymoon or, maybe the beginning of a relationship. And lastly, retreat, which to me is the same thing as a honeymoon. All right. Angels, we just need one card for our divine feminine, please, on the table for this Tuesday, almost evening. I hope you are all doing quite well. I'm doing excellent. That's why I'm so late today. A lot of life going on, but I'll promise I'll get to you tomorrow very early. Whew, the angels are just shuffling the cards tonight, taking their time. Oh, we've got two cards on the table for my divine femmes. First one is past life relationship, divine feminines. You have known each other before. All right. Let's back him up just a little bit. And also on the table, you have, passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. It's a passion doesn't necessarily have to be, physical, romantic passion. It could be something you are passionate about. So apparently some of you are having some very passionate relationships with, looks like someone maybe specific, even someone who you've known, many times before. They're not just someone who's new in your timeline, right? At the bottom of the deck, we're not going to hold on to it. We do have you deserve love. You are lovable. I love this. Look how she looks almost like the Sagittarius. Love it when the angels check in and say hello. All right, so past life relationships and passion. Oh, this is a good way to start the day there, Divine Feminines, or well, in this case, in the day. Maybe some of you are going to be having a little passion this evening. I hope so. Good for you, girl. Go get you some. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't show you. We're going to pull for the tarot. We're going to pull from the Paulina Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. Angels, ancestors, guardians, gods. What messages do we have for our divine feminine? Oop, the world. Love it. Love it. Exactly. You deserve the world. You deserve passion and romance and things that light you up. Make you feel good. Temperance. Got a lot of Sagittarius energy in the house right now. Temperance. That's about taking the middle path and making a balanced choice. And then we have, Page of Wands. He's that fire page. He's kind of like very excited and freedom seeking and he's a fun little guy. I enjoy him. He's very enthusiastic. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. I just need one card on the table, please. Tell my divine femmes a little bit more maybe about this passionate past life relationship they are experiencing. Or maybe they're enjoying a new, I'm hearing a very specific message. Maybe some of you are enjoying a renewed passion for something that you have enjoyed in your past, in your past of your life. Like maybe when you were a child, you enjoyed drawing, art, painting, whatever that is. And, as you grow up, it fell to the wayside, but now you're finding a renewed passion in something that you enjoyed. And also considering, if you really look at this, she's wearing a green dress. That's your heart chakra. So it's something that you could love, right? So, this could be a renewed passion for something you loved. All right, let's see what you got. Ooh, yeah, 9 of Cups. Okay, Divine Femmes. And then at the bottom, okay. Interesting, the Devil. Let's talk about that. Let me get some coffee real quick. 9 of Cups. I believe we pulled this yesterday, didn't we? No, I don't think we did. I think I'm getting my readings confused. Don't mind me. I'll link to yesterday's if you're curious to see, however. 9 of Cups. This is, okay, cups represent your water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It also represents your emotions, okay? 9 of Cups. Wishes fulfilled, comfort, happiness, satisfaction. This is just very, look at her. She's getting everything she wants, right? This is just wishes fulfilled and just happy. This is happy, satisfied, and when we talk about being happy and satisfied, now, interestingly, we have the Devil. He's number 15, which adds up to 6. That's kind of interesting. The Devil. Okay, so let's talk about that. That's that Capricorn energy. And listen, this does not mean like stepping out and being terrible and naughty and getting in trouble. No, the Devil is more of like playful. Okay, it can be a couple things. It can be, depending on the cards around it, it can mean like addiction. Okay, and I'm not going to take away from that because I know some of you know what these cards mean. The Devil can be, bondage and addiction, but it can also be sexuality. And in this case, I truly believe, because he's at the bottom, he's at the root, it's playfulness, it's sexuality, and if it's bondage of any kind, it's the fun kind. Oh, wink, wink. So I'm just saying, listen here, y'all, Divine Feminines. Maybe tonight's a good night to maybe have a little fun. I don't want to be crude, but maybe go get you some, if you know what I mean. So it looks like you're going to have a little fun maybe tonight, coming up this weekend. And if you aren't, you should be making some plans, because it looks like some of you have some maybe sexual energy that needs to be released. And I really want to point something out that's super, super important to understand. This Devil card is sitting at the bottom of the deck, and as I always say, that's the root of the deck. What it lies, what lies beneath at the bottom of the reading. It's the cause of the reading. And as I say, the root. The Devil's at the root here. Okay, well, in this case, it's the root cause. Like, you need to get into this playful, sexual, taking risk maybe energy, because it's going to bring you happiness and satisfaction and passion. And if it's not sexual satisfaction, though, I do want to say, talk to you directly, Divine Feminine. So many times us feminines hold back and tapping into our own sexual energy, and understanding that release is really necessary for us to be able to move forward creatively. So I would strongly encourage you to get to know yourself and your sexual needs. Make sure your needs are being met, whether by yourself or with your partner. And the reason being, because this card is very strong here. It's saying that when those needs are met and you are happy and satisfied, whether it's passion, I don't necessarily know, because I want to say this passion card, while it is maybe about sex, and I do think it is I also think that you have to understand when you have your sexual energy balanced, and it's not, too little or too much. When it's balanced and that energy has been released, your passion and energy is able then to focus into things that make you passionate, like, maybe creative ventures or artistic escapades that you have, things that you want to try, right? And so it will open up new doors to creativity within you, okay? So that's kind of what I want to say. I do want femmes, we need to focus more on passion. This is these 4 cards ain't playing. They came to tell you, yeah, absolutely. I mean, bondage, y'all. Hello, Mr. Gray. Calling Mr. Gray. All right, speaking of that, let's just go ahead and jump right on in to our Divine Masculine. All right. We're going to be pulling for your oracle, the Healing with the Angels oracles. Tomorrow we will have 2 brand new oracle decks. So I will wait to record. I just said I'm going to record early tomorrow, but we might wait until the mail runs. My mail does run pretty quick around here, though. All right. Pretty early, I mean. Angels, what messages do you have for my Divine Masculines? Listening. I think y'all pulled that yesterday, didn't you? Yeah, I think you did. Are you listening to your angels? Are you listening to God, Source, Creator? Balance. We need to be working on seeking a little bit more balance. More work, less play, less work, more play, more diet, less sugar, whatever, whatever the balance is. Miracles. Some of you are about to see some major miracles, and honestly, I think we could all see some major miracles coming up here soon. Wait and see. All right, angels, we need 1 card on the table, please, for our Divine Masculines. Tell them how this evening is going to go for them, or whenever it is they are watching. Here we go. Excuse me, Divine Masculine, nature. Let me get this where you can see it. Nature. Okay. And the Divine Masculines at the bottom of the deck, we have forgiveness. This was on the card table a lot for you last week, wasn't it? So we're just going to leave that. We don't usually read our oracle cards at the bottom of the deck, but I just kind of like to show that to you. Nature, we are just going to kind of glance at the book. I kind of get the gist. The gist is like, hey, you need to get out into nature more. You've been inside too much. You need to go get some fresh air is the gist here. By drawing this card, the angels ask you to interact with nature more often, every day if possible. This card also signifies that you may be happier living in a more rural setting. We're not going to read all that. I am right. You need to get outside more. You're not outside more. You're spending far too much time inside. Even if it's just freaking opening your windows and letting the air in and listening to the birds and pulling back the curtains and letting some sunshine in. You need to get some natural energy. You need to tap into, there's a whole source of energy right below our feet. If you'll just take your little feet, toesies, and stick them in the ground outside and just kind of let your energy ground down. I mean, there's nothing you have to do other than Ask your own energy to ground down. Your energy knows what to do and it will do it. I promise. There's no magic secret here. I promise when I tell you, you tell your energy to release into the ground, to take all the energy that you're feeling that's negative and no longer serving your best and highest good, that's, you know, that's just stagnant, that you don't want to hold on to, and you ask it to just release, ground down into the earth and give it to Mother Nature and ask her to transmute it, guess what will happen? Just try it. I mean, you may think I'm crazy, but what does it hurt to spend 30 seconds standing on the grass, really? But please, Divine Masculine, you have been inside far too much. You need to get outside. Your angels and the nature angels are helping you to discover and give you gifts to this world. Help them help you by spending more time in nature. Alrighty then. All right. So let's pull a tarot for you. We're going to pull from the Chrysalis Tarot by Toni Brooks. All right. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. What messages do you have for my Divine Masculine? Ooh, I love that. Ace of Stones. You know, that's the Ace of Pentacles. That's, you know, manifestation and abundance, new opportunity, prosperity. That's a great way to start that tarot today, y'all. Heck yeah. 3 of Spirals. Something coming to you quickly. You've been spending time preparing for it. That's the 3 of Wands, by the way. And you've been spending time in preparation, and now, oh, I'm just dropping cards everywhere. And now it's coming to you quickly. And lastly, oh, heck yeah. Page of Mirrors. That's the Page of Cups. This is a messenger of creative beginnings or synchronicity. There's a lot to unpack on that one card. But let's find out what you got. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, gods. We just need one card. There it is, and I saw it, and ooh, I'll take it. I receive on behalf of the Divine Masculine Lord, the Hermit. Here's why. Check this out. It's called the Storyteller. Divine Masculine. Look what's at the bottom. Hold on. You're telling a crazy story here. Divine Masculine. I felt some resistance even when I pulled this card and I said, y'all need to get out, I could hear in my head, I could feel energetically some resistance. Some of y'all are like, whatever. I felt it. Well, yeah, I totally feel that to be some truth. This is the 7 of Scrolls, or the 7 of Swords. This is like I mean, I don't want to say like deception and betrayal, but it's like somebody's getting away with something. It's like kind of being stealthy. Like you've been trying to get away with it. You've been trying to get away with something. And here's what I think you've been trying to get away with. You've been trying to spend way too much time inside. And by inside, I don't just mean physically inside this building. Because yeah, you've been doing a lot of that too, haven't you, Divine Masculine? Admit it. Right? But I'll tell you what I mean when I say inside. What I mean is inside your head. You have been spending far too much time, not just inside the building, but inside your own mind. And almost introverting yourself away from people, pulling back, whether it's from your family, from your Divine Feminine. You just really, and you know, it could be unintentional. Maybe you've been focusing really hard on work or a project that you're working on or something like that. It doesn't mean that you're intentionally pulling back, but maybe you are, you could be. But this is interesting. I want to talk to you real quick. We're going to read from the book on this because this is super important. The angels really need you to pay attention. Notice this card here is called, in this deck, in the Chrysalis Tarot, this is called the Storyteller. Okay, the Hermit. By the way, that's that Virgo energy, right? Listen, I'm surrounded by Virgos in my life. I can feel this energy hardcore. And yeah, the Hermit is as Virgo as it gets, right? So, but look, you see what this one here is? She's in the woods. She's surrounded by, I want to say there's blackbirds and ravens. There's trees growing around her. There's all this. I mean, look, she's literally got the woods on either side of her. What did the angels just tell you? They said, get yourself outside. Let's read what this card says because I feel like you need to hear the message directly from the book on this one, on the Storyteller. Storyteller. Oh, and number 9, yeah, change. It is time to make some choices and make some change. You got to get out of your own head, I think is what this is about. Hang on, let's get to it. The Hermit. There's wisdom and contemplation is the key word they use here. The storyteller appears in your reading to announce an opportunity for introspection. She cradles her sacred healing orb, the symbol of a life examined. A pair of orioles denote her shape-shifting abilities and mystical connections to distant realms. A crown of ferns at her brow assures you of sincerity and friendship. Story tells you, blah, 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 blah. Don't worry about that. Okay, again, what did she say? She said, announces an opportunity for introspection. Yeah, totally. So you think you've been getting away with it, that nobody's been noticing that you've been like really in your head. And I don't necessarily mean you're doing it on purpose. Like I said, you could be busy working on a project. You're not focused on anything but what's going on inside your own home. In other words, your own head within your own four walls, right? And as such, you've been very much in your own head in your house. You've been hermited. Well, guess what? Knock, knock. It's time to step outside. It's time to not only literally get your butt up and go out the heck outside, get some fresh air for heck's sake, but it's time to get out of your own head, and it's time to focus on something besides what's happening inside your own little brain there. And I'm gonna just maybe draw your attention back over here to the divine feminine and passion and bondage and fun and sexy time. And oh, did I say satisfaction? Because I did. There was never a better time if you needed a distraction to get out of your head. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All right, let's draw for the Twin Flame Collective couple. Let's do this, y'all. Let's see what we got. All right, what are we going to pull first? We're going to pull first from Getting Into the Vortex by Esther and Jerry Hicks, channeling Abraham. Wish y'all could smell. It smells so good. Abraham, what messages do you have for my twin flames this evening? All right, we just need one card on the table, please, Abraham. So, divine masculines, leave me a comment. Tell me what you're doing to get yourself out in nature. Are you going outside? Are you just opening your window? Are you going for a hike? You going for a drive? How many cards? Oh, that's way too many cards. We can't do that. Thank you. But we need just one card on the table, please, Abraham. Tell me about it. But while you've been spending some time in introspection, have you learned anything? Have you got any lessons that you'd like to share with others? Let's talk about that in the comments. And we just dropped like 4 cards on the table again. Nope, we still just need one card, please. Abraham, just one card, please. All right, I'm just going to do maybe just a couple more shuffles, and then we'll just take the top card. Oh, almost. Come on now. There we go. Thank you, Abraham. All right, what do we get? All right, twin flamies. Ooh, number 11. Master number. This is a great one to have. This is all about that, creation with God and like just being in co-creation mode. I love that number 11. I have control of the vibration I offer. Ooh. I'm feeling this message right now. Once you begin to believe or expect good feeling things to come, you are in the vortex. Repeat that. Once you begin to believe or expect good feeling things to come, you are in the vortex. And once you get in there, now you are in cooperative component. I'm sorry, I can't read these glasses. I need to clean them. Now you get to rendezvous with all the good stuff that you have put there, and you can train yourself there. You can do it all in a day. You have control of everything that rendezvous with you when you get in control of the vibration that you offer. And you get control of the vibration that you offer when you care about how you feel. Repeat that. Repeat that. You get control. You finally get to be in control of the vibration you offer when you actually begin to care about how you feel. So again, let me bring this up. Twins, this is number 11. This is like, twin flame number. I mean, honest to goodness, this is like, the two becoming together into a couple, but still being individual co-creation. And that is what this is talking about. When you get in control of your feelings, you are able to control your vibration. You are able to step into the vortex and get every single thing you want out of this juicy, juicy life. Okay. But the first thing is you have to control how you react by caring how you feel. Understand that this is not just a random set of experiences that you're just walking through this life and things are just randomly happening to you. No, you are driving this car that you're in right now. This vehicle, this body, this life that you're living in, you're in charge of it. Did you know that? You are. You're in charge. If you don't believe me, spend 1 week caring about your actions. Literally. And by that, you might be like, well, don't tell me how to feel. I care about it. You don't know nothing about me. No, listen, I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is be aware all day long of every action you take of how you are perceiving it. For instance, I'm going to just kind of wrap myself out today. I was standing at a store waiting on some people, a friend of mine, and as she was coming back, I was walking, as people watching, it's what I do. And there may have been some people that I may have had negative thoughts about, and I literally caught myself judging them. I was like, how is that helping me? Is that energy that I'm bringing to the table of me being lower vibration and judging these people going to help me in the long run? No. And so I just blessed that energy, sent it away, and gave myself a little love and grace and compassion and said, next time I'll do better. And just changed my energy, moved on, because I care about how I feel. I care that my energy and my vibration stays up more than I care about judging how somebody is dressed or how they're behaving. None of that is my business. What is my business is that I'm creating a reality that I dreamed of. And it's real and it's coming true. And that's because I refuse to let myself go low. I'm going to keep myself high. And that's what we mean when we say, when you care about how you feel, then you'll be in control of the vibration that you offer. And when you have control of the vibration you offer, you're going to be able to you're going to be in the vortex. Once you begin to believe or expect good feeling things to come, you're in the vortex. Listen, I mean, this is the truth. This is something about me that's always true. I've just never been one of those people who believes that when one door closes, another is not going to open. I just believe that when I jump, a net's going to catch me. So in other words, I believe good things are always to come. I've always been this way. And in general, I always get what I want. It's true. And I'm not saying that in a bratty way. I'm saying I work for it, I earn it, but I also get what I want. You can too. You just have to start caring about how you feel. You have to care more about keeping your vibration up so you can attract what you want. And that doesn't mean toxic positivity. That doesn't mean sunshine and rainbow all day. What I mean is evaluate your behavior in every situation and ask yourself, how can you do better? Give yourself grace, forgive yourself, send yourself some love, and next time you will do better because you are aware and now you care. It's not that hard, y'all. Let's not overcomplicate it. It's just not that hard. It is just about being aware of your behavior and how you feel about it. Be aware of how you feel. Care about how you feel. That's just really simple. Simple, simple, simple. All right, we're going to pull our oracle for the twins. We're going to read from the Wild Kwanian Oracle by Alana Fairchild. All right. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and spirit, what message do we have for our twin flames today? So twins, this is really interesting because I'm just going to reach over to my divine masculines and point out, I feel like y'all have really been in your head, in your head space, hermiting, and you think you've gotten away with it. Trust me, you haven't. It's been noted. We feminines are aware that you're doing it. We're asking, we haven't said much, but the angels are trying to tell you it's time to step out that door and walk into nature and get out of your own head and your own physical space and get outside both ways. And also be in control of the vibration you offer. Ladies, maybe it's time to turn up with a little sexiness. I feel like some of us have been kind of in a funk. Well, you want some energy in your relationship? I see that this card's looking right at us, divine feminines. Maybe we need to be responsible for that. Maybe we need to turn up the heat. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and spirits. We need one oracle card, please, for our twin flames. There it is. Oh, yeah. Okay, excuse me one second. There we go. I like that one. Number 42, again with a 6. That 6 is on the table. Well, here with the devil. Now we got a 9. We got another 9. We got 2 ends of the cycle. So yeah, it's time to end the cycle for y'all for sure. And a 7, which is many choices. And then another 6. So she tames by laying down with a staff and the rope. Y'all, I mean, spirit. Does anybody remember what I said was one of my words that I use when I'm describing the devil? The word was bondage. And I said, if you know, you know. But maybe for some of you, that bondage may be a little Mr. Gray style, passion, satisfaction, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, right? Well, can we talk about the staff and the rope? What? Spirit is messing around. All right, number 42. This is a great card, though. I know what this is. This is a very good card. Let's just jump ahead to here. Here we go. If you feel stuck anywhere on your path, know that it is fine and a part of life sometimes. Accept what is, even your frustration, and just let it be. It will pass, and so shall any obstacle in your way, and all the more gracefully when you offer no resistance to it, but instead simply be like the child, curious and open, observing without claiming to know or direct. In that openness and curiosity, you may see how divine compassion is serving you through the very thing that you want to change. If you are open to it, not only will you gain the lesson and gift of the apparently undesirable state of affairs, but once that is gleaned, it will no longer need to be as it is. You accept, and with no resistance to push again, change happens. You do not need to force what is meant to be. Do all that is in your power to do, yes, but then trust a little more. Do not allow another to manipulate you. Well, there's just other things. So, okay, don't worry about the rest of that reading. This is one thing about this book that I will say, I've never pointed out this to y'all, but it has a lot. It has like she speaks to you, and then she gives you guidance, and then in a reading, and then there's a healing process. There's a lot for every card. But the gist of this is that there's something that you want to attain, maybe a situation that's currently existing, maybe even, that you want to change. Maybe you have been trying to bring about this change through the exertion of your own will, but perhaps that didn't work. So what they're trying to say is instead of creating resistance by pushing your way, charging your way through and creating this change you want to see, perhaps stand back and let what be will be. All right. I'm trying to remember exactly what they said. It says, there's a gentler, more peaceful way which will evoke little resistance within you and will help you attract what you want, rather than having you to carve it out of your own blood, sweat, and tears. Okay. What you want is possible, but the way you may be thinking it has to come about it. Basically, what you're being very rigid and thinking it has to, what you want, you're going to get it just the way you want it. Instead, you need to let it come to you in the form that it's going to come to you, and be open to it, and not create resistance so it can come to you. Because if you're just stuck in this like my way or the highway mentality, you're creating resistance so you're honey, you're blocking your blessing. I mean, that's really what this is. When you let go of pushing and striving, there's less resistance created, and the situation at hand can naturally begin to resolve itself. Okay? So just stay strong and true to yourself and your wishes, but trust that they can manifest more quickly when you come from a place of alignment, all right? That's basically it. Just here's the thing. Remember, if you're creating resistance in a situation, that's because you are not coming from a place of alignment. So if you come from a place of alignment, a lot of times you'll learn that the best thing you can do is just sit back and let life unfold the way it's meant to. And that's what this is saying. Some of you are creating a little bit too much resistance in your own world. You need to let things unfold as they do. And that's really interesting because I was just telling y'all that story about me being in the store today and judging people and how I became aware, caring of my own feelings. So I let it unfold and fall away as it did, and the situation fell away, and I was no longer judging myself or other people, right? That's exactly what they're saying. I was creating resistance by standing there and causing, having these negative thought forms, and I was creating resistance in my own timeline right there and then, right? But as soon as I gave myself grace to just stop thinking about it and let what was happening around me happen around me without judging myself or judging the other people, the situation naturally resolved itself. I moved on, and until I even brought it up, didn't think about it again. So I just want to point that out. That's kind of the point they're making here. All right, changes need to be made, and there are choices to be made about how to come about those changes. All right, we are going to pull for our tarot and then close out. For our twin flamies, we're going to pull from the Dolly Tarot. As always, if you enjoyed this, I would love it if you haven't already subscribed or like this video. I would love to see a thumbs up. And as always, if you found this helpful, if you want to share, that would be great. All right, let's see what we got. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and spirit. What messages do we have for the twin flames? Ooh, Queen of Cups, the queen of your heart. She's a sweetie. She can be very calm and compassionate. She's very intuitive. Some of y'all need to be listening to your intuition, which is kind of what we're talking about, getting in alignment. Listen to your own intuition. Okay, Eight of Swords. Well, some of you may be feeling a little entrapped. Oh, well, I kind of hear that message. It's like, being entrapped within your own thoughts and not caring about how you feel. So you're entrapped within your own vibrations you're creating. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Ooh, King of Wands. I love him. He's my favorite king. He's that leader. He's got vision and honor. All right. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and spirits. We need 3 cards on the table, please, for my twin flames. Tell us a little bit more. It looks like some of you have been creating some resistance instead of learning to control your emotions so that you can be in charge of your own vibration that you are offering. You've been trying to, be in charge and creating resistance within your own world. 7 of Cups. Interesting. You've got a lot of 6s and 7s on the table tonight. So changes or choices are being made because of changes, and there's lots of choices on the table. Lots and lots of choices. 7 of Cups. Uh-oh, I'm about to lose this deck. Here we go. I need 2 more cards, please. 7 of Cups. All right. 2 more cards, please. The High Priest. I want to say that this is the Hierophant in this deck. What number is he? Yes, it's the Hierophant. Okay, Taurus energy in the house. Uh-oh, too many cards. Just need 1 card, please. But he's in reverse. Okay. Oh, and Queen of Swords. All right, beautiful. The bottom of the deck. Oh, 5 of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Okay, we'll just lay that like that, or like this so we can see it. Okay, twins. There's a lot of cups energy. You got cups here and here and here, okay? Cups represent, you know, your water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, but they also represent your emotions. So you've got a pretty emotional day. Now, that is not surprising because, hi, welcome to Cancer season. It is what it is. We're in Cancer season. We're all going to be feeling the emotions. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that, okay? Let's talk about this, though. Past, present, future. It can be past, present, future as in today, or it could be past, present, future as in yesterday, today, tomorrow. Past, present, future is, you know, just all relative, okay? Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is about having a lot of choices, but it can also be about fantasy and illusion and wishful thinking, okay? So sometimes it can be about making choices, occasionally daydreaming, like fantasy and illusion can be also daydreaming. But I feel like in this case, oh, okay, I hear it. Yeah. I feel like in this case, both of you have, okay, both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Okay, the divine masculine, like I said, I feel like he's been up in his head a lot and he needs to come on out of it. So he hasn't been spending a lot of time maybe focusing on the divine feminine. Meanwhile, the divine feminine is over here like a cat in heat, like pay attention to me. And so this is literally about making choices, and it's just about what choices have we been making. And I feel like there's been some wishful thinking perhaps that on the, maybe even on the divine masculine, but I'm not really sure. But I do feel like there's been some wishful thinking on one of your parts, but my intuition's hearing divine masculine, that the behaviors that you're dealing with have been, yeah, absolutely. It is the divine masculine. Remember I said this is the Seven of Swords. This is like thinking you got away with something, all right? You know, there's been a little bit of wishful thinking on the divine masculine's part, really, that, you know, the divine feminine hasn't noticed that he's been in his head and really not giving her a lot of attention. She has. So, that's kind of that. Also, this is about fantasy. I feel like the divine feminine has maybe been having a lot of thoughts about fantasies and stuff. Perhaps just a hint, maybe suggestion. Okay, now moving forward into the present, the Hierophant. Interesting that it's in reverse. I seldom, almost never. I mean, I'm trying to think. I've got like 67 something readings on here so far in the last few months, and I think I've pulled the Hierophant a lot. I think I've never pulled it in reverse. This is the first time. I'm almost positive. This is, oh my goodness. It can be rebellion and it can be new approaches. Okay. So that is definitely one way of looking at it. But the other way of looking at it is like, subversive. I'm just saying that, like, this energy is really strong. This devil energy, this bondage energy, if you're following me. If you're following me. There's a lot of subversive energy here is what I'm trying to say. Rebellion. Okay, but this is what this means. It means rebellion. It's kind of, you're ready to break out of that mold. You're tired of, you know, him being in his head and her over here like, hey, pay attention to me. I need some love and attention. And really, that is what the story is telling. He has been in his head and she's over here like, pay attention to me. Like, I'm going to put on my sexy heels and nothing else and walk into the room if that's what it takes for you to pay attention to me kind of energy, right? Well, it looks like that's coming to an end, so don't worry. It looks like this is coming to an end, divine feminine. He's going to start giving you a little bit more passion and paying attention to you. I do believe so, okay? That's coming to an end. It's time for that. It's rebellion. It's time for you to stop being, and you know, because like I said, this is the Hierophant, and he's very like traditional and conformative, and so like, you know, you've been like him and the Hermit kind of play together a little bit, right? So that makes sense. This is the opposite. So now it's time to flip that switch. Interesting In the future, we have Queen of Swords. Swords are your air signs, your Gemini, your Libra, your Aquarius. These represent your thoughts and your focus. Queen of Swords. She is a very clear thinking, clear-minded, very perceptive queen. I love her. She's she has a way with words. Like, she doesn't cut her words. She's very to the point, and she's very organized and perceptive and very independent. So I feel like she's bringing, remember when I said divine feminine, that when you have your sexual energy balanced, that you're able to open the door for, because, you know, the sacral chakra, which is where your sexual organs are, is also the chakra where your creativity comes from, right? Creation. I mean, think about it. Your womb is where life is created, creation. When you clear out any stagnant sexual energy that has been looming within your sacral chakra, now you open the door for more creativity to flow through you and in your life, right? Well, this is basically what's happening. When you are able to, you know, flip that kind of stagnant energy, because that's what, I mean, the Hierophant is. He's stagnant energy, okay? Like I said, this is the Pope. He's very traditional and conformative and just very, I don't want to say he's stuck in the mud, but he's stuck in his ways. This is like rebellion. This is like no longer being stuck in your ways and stuck in the mud. It's like time to go have some fun, time to have fun. And when you do, look what happens. I mean, it's time for some passion is what he's saying. You're going to just blossom. You're going to cut away that stagnant energy, and you're going to be able to open up your mind to receiving, you know, new thoughts, new focus, you know, just clearing out the cobwebs is basically, and look what you get, you know, this beautiful butterfly energy, just new growth and transformation. That's what this is, right? So we've got to stop creating resistance by holding on, thinking that we know what's best, and just kind of go with the flow and let each other come together naturally. Now, real fast though, let's talk about this. Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Now this is it was in reverse, okay. This is really about being able to move on, to be able to accept what is, and to be able to forgive. I mean, this is super great energy at the bottom of the deck. This is definitely about you two are ready to move on, get past this, and to forgive what was, to have forgiveness and grace for each other, and to, and you know, really, you know, about being caring about how you feel so that you can be in control of your vibration. So you both are ready to care about how you feel and forgive, you know, each other for maybe not paying attention, you know, having, you know, the divine masculine, I feel like, had a lot of cups on the table. He had a lot of things he had to pay attention to, and he just definitely wasn't giving. It's so funny because look how these are all looking towards the divine feminine. They're all like, yeah, you need to look at her. She needs you to pay attention to her. So, you know, this may be I might put the not safe for work label on this one because this is kind of a sexy edition. But for real, y'all, I'm just saying, if y'all are in couple, this energy needs to be cleared out for the divine feminine, and I think it would do the divine masculine some good as well, is what I'm trying to say. So, if you got some time tonight, y'all. All right, sexy edition Twin Flame Tarot coming at you today. I didn't know that was going to happen when I sat down. That was fun. So like I said, if you like this, I would be very honored if you give me a thumbs up or if you share this. If you haven't subscribed and you want to subscribe, or hit that bell to get notifications, and know that I'll be back tomorrow with tomorrow's daily Twin Flame Tarot guidance. And until then, know how much I love y'all, and keep on praying. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.